My question is, if my girlfriend has a urinary tract infection, can she transmit it to me or vice versa?
Good question, and since we haven't talked to him in a while, we have board-certified urologist, the author of the penis book, Dr. Aaron Spitz, joining us via Skype.
Yay! Good to be talking to you, and I have an answer to that question. The answer to that question, can a guy get a UTI from a girl when they're having sex, is fortunately for us guys, no. Now, women usually avoid having sex when they have a UTI because it usually hurts, but not always. And in the case of woman, guy having sex while she has a UTI, you guys can both still have hot sex without you end up having a burn. And that's because it's really tough for that bacteria to get up into a guy's urinary tract. First of all, this is a bladder infection, and most of the bacteria are going to be in the bladder. So having sex with a woman with a UTI is kind of like going to Vegas. What happens in the bladder stays in the bladder.
I have to applaud that. That's a good one. So obviously people hear about urinary tract infection, that they know the urinary tract lives in this general vicinity where sexually transmitted infections occur. So obviously people do need to be aware of other infections when engaging in sexual intercourse, etc.
Yes. Now, STDs like gonorrhea and chlamydia, these are bacteria that actually live in the vagina, in the urethra of the guy. And those are passable back and forth. And in some cases, even yeast can be passed back and forth. A fungus among us, not to sound too cheesy. But with urinary tract infections, these are bacteria that normally live in the colon and the rectum. And unlike what most people think, guys don't give girls UTIs when they have sex. It's actually the girl infecting, or woman infecting herself, because the bacteria that's normally hanging out at the exit down there gets pushed up to her own urethra, and that urethra is very short in women, and it's a short swim to get into the bladder and then set up an infection. But these bacteria aren't causing bad infections in the vagina. In fact, they're creating a normal biome in the vagina, playing defense against yeast.
So what are some tips to avoid UTIs then for our viewers?
Avoiding UTIs, because bacteria is always there. You can't sterilize the area down there. Make sure that you urinate after sex. Flush out those bacteria that manage to get their way worked up into the urethra. Also, of course, wipe from front to back so you're not pushing bacteria up to the urethra. And some women simply are so prone to infections that they will actually need to treat these infections or preempt them. Sometimes a low-dose antibiotic prescribed by a doctor in certain situations taken right before sex or right after sex can prevent a simple bladder infection from getting much worse and turning into a kidney infection, which sometimes can damage kidney function or even be life-threatening.
He is Dr. Spitz. Thank you, sir. Always appreciate it.